take number 2.
Hello, hello. We are back. It's nice to be back. No blame on anybody.
I had to blame on you.
Blame it on the rain.
Blame it on you.
Blame it on the rain.
Supervisor calls you and you take the job.
Yeah, easy money.
They took our jobs.
So what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on this past few times of weeks?
A lot of stuff. But I don't have time to get into it all.
Well, show me what you got.
But we'll get to the main one because I know you love it.
I can't say yay or nay because I have no idea what it is.
You don't know. Has to do with Budweiser.
Budweiser. Y'all remember? If y'all remember, y'all just age yourselves. That was pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
And for the ones after the 2000s, you have no idea.
It's what's that?
What's that? I remember.
Hmm?
I remember.
You remember?
You remember.
You remember?
I remember. You remember?
I remember.
Good.
That's my boy. So, anyways, remember this dude that wants to be a guy, or wants to be a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Right, that picture.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Budweiser is gonna have him as a spokesperson for the company.
I'm shocked that they even started that. Going that route anyway.
And what happens?
They lost money.
Their stock plummeted.
Gotcha, back.
Everybody's against it because that's not a woman, even if it tries to look like one.
But if it would have been a real woman, would they still done the same thing because there's a woman on the can?
No, because even women are boycotting this. The whole point is
It's not a real woman. So they say.
Well, it's a guy. And then also Nike hired that same person to be their spokesperson. And people are, from what I hear, their women are burning their Nike bras.
Nice. Sports bras.
But I guess the only person losing here is the company, is because this guy girl still
Making
made
money.
their money
Mm-hmm.
from a deal. So I don't know how much it fell. I know the guy at work's like, hey, buy the stock. I'm like, they're not an American company anymore. Yeah.
Only in America.
I'm gonna get double taxed if I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll go back up after this all blows over. But
Of course. I mean, there's always stuff going and coming, and there's always controversial, and then sometimes bad stuff can be like, just stuff to move stuff,
there you go. Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah, that's the person.
Not Dylan, but Dylan.
Dylan, the 5 greatest rappers of all time. Dylan, and Dylan.
Dylan.
If you get that reference, you're old, right?
Like so old.
But I was thinking we talked about this before, the gay people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, being gay in general was like a big no-no. If you were, you don't come out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
And then, one day it was like, it's okay.
Back then it used to be taboo, something we did not spoke about.
The name we do not speak.
Exactly.
But I was thinking, well, how transgenders are trying to, force this lifestyle down our throats, and, people are not accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, gay people, they never really try to force it down your throat.
I think
remember how I was saying, like, let it naturally happen, be accepted?
Yeah.
And of course it wasn't naturally accepted. It was after, from my opinion, after gay people were getting persecuted, I guess you can say. They were getting beat up and
hate crimes.
Hate crimes, yeah. And then, eventually people are like, hey, they're still people, even though they prefer a bun, a wiener in their bun. But what?
That's your opinion. That's the way they made it sound. That's another way of putting it. But
Okay, they wanted their penis in their bumhole.
okay, I'm not really asking for
Oh,
references. I'm
I
just.
don't know. What do you have?
I'm not.
What are you against here?
I'm not against anything. I just said it's your opinion, but there's other ways of saying it too. But that's your way, and that's fine.
Okay, what's the better way?
I don't know. Just gay being gay. I mean,
A man loves
people.
a man,
A person
and a woman loves
loves
a
the same
woman.
sex. A person loving the same sex. That's like the most neutral way I can put it.
Okay. Well, anyways, I was just trying to be lighthearted here, but apparently
It's not
it's
bothering me.
offensive to
It's
some.
not offensive to me. I was trying to say that that's just your opinion, not mine. Putting it out there, but
Okay,
it's fine. It's correct.
it's
I mean,
correct.
I'm not saying it's wrong.
Okay, if you're a woman and you love another woman, I'm okay with that. If you're a guy that loves another guy, I'm not okay with that. But it's this.
I'm discriminative, but I'm not discriminative. Nice. That's like hypocrite in itself.
So, but I think when it changes after, like you said, the hate crimes.
Yeah.
People are needlessly getting beaten because they're gay, and eventually, people are like, they're still people, they're human.
Yeah. It's like
We don't agree with the lifestyle, but this is not right.
like eventually it had to have hate crimes in order for it to say enough is enough.
And then it just became pretty much accepted. I know there's still people that are like, nah, it's against religion, and they don't agree with it.
I think the same turned out with people being racist back in the days. I mean, they finally got like equal rights to every race now.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm leaning towards this, like the transgender people. You're forcing us to accept it, and nobody really wants to accept it. There's people that do, yeah, obviously, but I'm thinking, is it going to have to go to that route?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be until somebody gets hurt.
They're going to have to start hurting them before, people are like, they're still human beings, even though they're messed up in the head.
But I think what they're trying to do is, since it was accepted for people being gay, that it should be like that all the way around, and that's why to them they feel more comfortable coming out. But there's coming out, being yourself, and there's bringing it up in everybody's business where you're popping up everywhere, and it's like you see it here, you see it here, see it here. It doesn't necessarily have to be everywhere just to get recognized. I mean,
Well,
like you
it's also
said,
the fact that they get so defensive when you're like, ma'am, and it's like, I'm not a ma'am, I'm a sir. They're like, I don't know that.
that they're just like, I think they're taking too heart. Like they're taking it too hard.
I don't know you on the personal level.
God knows how many times I've been called a sir over the phone, and that's because I was, I'm a woman.
But it's that point where it's like they get so defensive with you saying the wrong gender term for them.
Yeah, I think they need to give people a break because it's for us. It's still new, and
Even if it's not new, I mean, you don't know.
that too. That's what I'm trying to
You
say.
go up
You're
to
not gonna know.
anybody in life. It's not like,
You can't.
oh, he's gay and
You can't
she's
automatically
straight,
call
and-
just everybody they, whether they're a man or a woman. I mean, people don't know, and they're not gonna have to get. Why should they have to guess?
And it's like
If they call you the wrong gender, so what?
the race people, like after 9/11, right? There was a lot of hatred for Middle East people, right?
Yeah, they were saying
Even though not all of them were terrorists, it's just automatically we're going to group them as terrorists because that's where their features show.
Yeah.
I mean, also the fact that they prefer to lie. You look like a woman and you're going to manipulate this guy that thinks you're a woman, but you're never going to say you're actually a male. They're like, I'm not going to say because
I think that's part of the reason why they're trying to come out and in the very beginning as what they are because they want to be upfront about it.
no, a lot of them don't want to tell them.
Some don't. You're right. Some don't.
They're actual males or they're females, and it's like if the person is going to accept you,
Be yourself.
be a male, and they're a male. I might want to tell them
Tell them the truth.
up front.
That's something you should do in the very beginning to start any kind of relationship that you need to tell them exactly who you are and what you are.
But I think it's going to have to go down that route as some head bashings.
Yeah, not
going
even
on.
that. You might find out like somebody was in a relationship that were like You know, one was transgender and one was not, and then when they don't come out in the very beginning, and it's gonna end up being where that other person's like gonna find the truth the wrong way, and he might end up being the crap out of that person. You know,
Very possible.
so who knows?
But as far as Budweiser, I mean, I would think you would have learned your lesson or took a page from Disney's book. You know, don't go too far
From the original.
across the plane here because people weren't accepting it. And then you're messing with a man's religion. You can't be getting transgender to represent men or women. I don't know, but you know, man's beer is his religion, and he don't want to mess with.
That's true. Especially in Texas. She don't mess with their beer.
So, I don't know.
To me, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, if you're making sales on a product that's doing great all these years, I mean, why mess with it? I mean, I know you want to support, but there's other ways of supporting people, you know?
I'm just saying, look at other companies. Learn, or what was it? Don't go woke.
Don't go woke.
Don't go woke. What was that? M&M's,
Yep.
Disney. Who's the next one? Well, obviously Budweiser. Oh, Nike. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! You don't want your money? Just give it to me.
Shit, we'll take it here.
Oh, I'll take it.
Charity starts in la casa, que no, que no.
Bend the wire. So, I don't know. I said that was a topic I wanted to bring up. Of course, our schedule wasn't allowing it. So a lot of when I first heard the story, it wasn't all this other stuff. It was this person came out, and I was like, that's not going to go well. And then other people started coming out about it, not accepting it. And I kind of agree. I mean, you can't say that's a real woman. I'll never agree that's a real woman, even if you believe it, because I believe more in science that the science will go ahead and tell you it's a male.
Genetically.
Because science doesn't identify with your thoughts.
It just says male or female.
So, moving on. I don't know if this will get copyrighted.
That's true.
It's a pretty cool video.
Is it?
Well, I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, for the person that had happened to, I'm pretty sure it wasn't cool.
Let me see.
It's caught on camera, terrifying moments on the 118 freeway when a car violently flips over. Check this out. Keep your eye on the white truck in the middle of your screen. Its left front tire comes loose suddenly, shoots across the lane, rolls underneath the black Kia Soul, and that sends it flying into the air, as you just saw, landing on its roof and rolling onto its wheels. That loose tire still rolling down the freeway hits the back of the Kia, and then, take another look.
Yeah, somebody didn't like the person that Kia.
No, it was all an accident fluke.
No, look, the tire came off. Made the car flip over, and the tire still came after that car.
So you think it's karma or what?
Already flipped, and
into
here comes the tire.
Landing on
hit
its
it
roof
again.
and rolling onto its wheels.
Stupid mother.
That loose tire still rolling down the freeway.
So, what was the cause of that? Obviously, the truck.
The truck's
with the tire.
losing its wheel. Yeah.
Because I need those tires that weren't made for my pickup.
They ain't 20s, but they aight.
Or I need 2 lug nuts holding on to that tire, not 5 or 6.
Right. I don't need all those lug nuts. It'll work.
What brand car was pickup? Is that a Ford?
He flips over. Check this out. Keep your
Chevy?
I want to say Chevy.
Can we zoom in?
Zoom in on the camera. Zoom in on the zoom in.
So, I guess if it's a Chevy, it's 6 lug nuts. But it reminded me of a buddy of mine. He bought a Tundra. This is when I lived in the valley. And he was asking me, why does it do that? Like, he'll be driving and all of a sudden you hear like the grinding noise. And At the time, I didn't know much about vehicles. I'm like, I don't know, shit. Well, he ended up taking it to a tire shop, and it was because he only had 2 lug nuts
Damn.
holding onto the tire.
Did he even know they had only 2 lug nuts, or?
No, he didn't know. I mean, that's why he was like, "What's that noise?" And I don't know.
Yeah, that's something you probably wouldn't think about checking whenever you're about to get into the vehicle, and you are like assuring yourself that all lug nuts are on there.
And I'm like, "Well, that's good to know."
You need all your lug nuts in order for the ride to be more smooth.
I guess 2 doesn't cut it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, my vehicle, the Falcon I have in the garage, only 4 lugs. I don't know. Yours is 5. Mine's pickup is 6.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, pickup.
Especially on a pickup.
I don't think it was because he had the lug nuts. I think it's because it was a rim that wasn't made for that pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably needed like a spacer or something.
A washer.
A washer. No, the spacers. What is it? Wheel spacer.
I was about to spell it. Wheel spinner.
So you see,
Oh, that's what that is. You kidding me? You think he was missing one of those?
no, I think he had that on.
But it was like the wrong size or it wasn't on right.
Wasn't on right. I mean, those, I don't think they should make these to begin with. I mean, if they don't make that rim for your vehicle, then, get a different vehicle. Go the cheap route, get a different vehicle, right?
Yeah. Go pay under $300 a month for the next 8 years on an old ass car.
No.
You remember that other video I'm talking about?
Yes, but there you go. Here's pretty much what it does. So there's the original, the nuts on it, and then they got these because it's like different spacing.
Yeah.
Not like I can't get a Ford rim, factory rim, and put it on my Chevy pickup. It's not gonna work.
Makes sense.
I mean, for obvious reason, because it's 5 lugs versus 6. But
Yeah.
say it was a 5 and a 5, it'd be a different spacing. Yeah, I don't want spam.
I like spam, just not on my phone.
So, yeah, I think that was the issue. But it could be missing lug nuts, and that was the other issue. But I believe this was the issue. Because, he wanted to be special.
Probably got some gold plated, but they was just the wrong size. Like, I want them. Put them on there. But they don't fit, bro. But put them on there. What can happen? Bam.
Bam.
That's what happened.
All right. So I saw this old story, and I was thinking, you fucking bastards. No, because they're religious people.
Mm-hmm.
They come to your door on Saturday trying to get you to come to their church.
Mm-hmm.
Or you meet them out there, and they're like, oh, do you pray to Jesus?
Do you accept Jesus and your Lord and Savior in your life?
And I know you can argue about all you want. I argue with guys at work about this.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, God's the Almighty, and we're created in His image, and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so God is flawed, like us. If we're created in His image and we're flawed, that means God is flawed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the hardcore religious nuts will be like, oh, that's blasphemy. He's almighty, power. I dare you to say it to His face. I'm like, okay, I will.
Show him to me. God be in my presence.
Because if you believe we are created in His image and all humans are flawed,
therefore that would make him flawed.
That would make him flawed. But I don't know. And I go, and then what's the other point? I can say that to his face, and at the very end say, oh, forgive me. And like, oh, well, you're forgiven, son. Come in.
Yeah, because He has to forgive all your sins, right?
Come in. And then I go about, who is it? Peter? The pearly gates? Right? Isn't he the one that turned Jesus in? to get crucified?
Is that Judas?
Wasn't Peter?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was Peter. And we're getting off topic here, but
I haven't even seen the video yet.
I know, because that's what I'm saying. Peter. Oh. Who turned in Jesus?
Jesus.
Most trusted
Judas.
Judas.
Uh,
But what did Peter do? He did something.
I have no idea. That I cannot help you with.
Peter and Judas.
A tale two betrayals.
Okay. Well, I don't know why Peter gets more flack than Judas. Because all I hear is about Peter. Peter. He's at the pearly gates. He's the one that lets you in or sends you to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, so I think Jesus or God holds a grudge against Peter.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys at work are like, what? What do you mean? I go, he's at the gates. Yeah, he's there in heaven. I go, no, he's at the gates.
He's not in heaven.
He's the one that watches everybody go in to have the good life. And he's there.
At the
I
gates.
go, to me, that's almost like being in hell, right? Because you go to hell, you do something for eternity, some type of suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I go, isn't that him suffering? Because he can never go in. He's there
True.
to say, you could come in, you can come in. No, you got to go the other way. Okay, that's just the way I think. Well, of course, they're religious nuts, and they're like, oh, you're going to hell.
Mm.
Maybe.
People don't see the other side of point of view of other people.
I go, to me, that's punishment. If they really forgive him, they would have that automated, and he would be inside the gates.
Automated.
Right? You know, like the doors, you push a button, they like open.
Yeah, like
you
a
know,
turn.
you use a badge. Like, yo, your credentials meet their criteria. Come on in.
You just put your hand on the freaking scanning thing and
Scan
you're
your
in.
eyeball or something.
And you're it.
So, to me, I believe he's getting punished. Because he's there. He's watching everybody go and have a good time. And
That actually makes sense.
it's like, hey, Peter, come on, man. Have a drink with us.
I can't, bro.
I'm here
stuck
for
here.
I'm here for eternity. I get to watch you guys have fun, be for family, all that stuff. But anyways, back to this bastard here. All right, when did the story come out? 2016. So, cash tip from Christian actually turns out to be a Bible pamphlet. So there's the picture of a ketchup bottle with what looks like to be a $20 bill.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tip. And then like, oh, don't be fooled. There's something you can have more valuable than money.
You better be able to pay the rent.
I'm like, this fucking bastard.
That's like pretty cruel. It's like you're trying to be good Christian, but yet you're like doing something bad.
Yeah. You like,
Playing with my emotions.
what was it? Like false,
Advertisement?
well, false advertising. It was more like, I was thinking something else. Like when you trick people. He's a trickster. He's an imposter. He ain't Christian.
He's an apostle.
Deserves to be hanged by his feet and whipped with the cat o' nine tails. I would think you were like, oh yeah, cat o' nine tails. From that show you used to watch.
No.
Cain and Abel, or what was it?
Supernatural?
Supernatural. There you go.
Cain and Abel. They were in it, but
I don't know. I don't watch it.
that wasn't it.
What was their name?
Sam and Dean.
Sam and Dean.
Winchester.
Jimmy Dean sausage.
Don't make me quit on my Dean.
So, yeah, if I would have saw that and the guy was still like around, I would have fucking choked him.
Choke-o.
I go, does Wayne Brady have to
1-800.
Choke
Choke
a bitch?
that hoe.
Or if they have cameras, put his picture up.
Yep. Do not serve this guy.
This guy is no longer to be served here.
He is no longer welcomed.
He puts fake money as a tip.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah. What do you think?
Puro scandal.
you used to work at a restaurant, so what do you think? I never have, so.
I would have been pissed.
Is that worse than getting 25 cents?
I'd rather get 25 cents. This is money.
Money, $1. Somebody left us to change. Like, oh, here's your money back, $1.64, and you're like, oh, here's your tip, $1.64.
I'd rather get that than that.
I know, because some people hate that. They're like, $1. I've waited on you hand and foot.
You give everybody the same service that you would rather be given to as yourself, whether they give you a tip or not. I mean, either way. I mean, you treat that person good. Either way, it's gonna pay back in karma ways. So
this guy be going to the pearly gates and sees Peter, and Peter be like, "You did a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
You left half a 20 there."
I want the whole thing. That wasn't even like a real 20. That was like, you left paper.
Yeah, but the way he folded it up to look like a 20.
I know, but if you pay attention, you can tell it looks fake. Because that's not even like the color green. It's like black and white looking.
Well, I don't know.
I've seen those before in person. That's stupid. I got pissed. And it wasn't given to me. I just found it.
Has a greenish tint to it.
Barely. Barely.
It looks like a real 20 to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I never served people. Never worked at a restaurant, but yeah.
I would love to watch you do that. Oh my God.
I would have been like, what the hell was this?
You need to work in a restaurant as a waiter called Dick's.
Dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been.
You can. That's what they do. They just insult you the whole entire time they're serving you food. They insult your ass. Like, they roast the shit out of you. And people actually go over there just to get that done. Like, you would have been a shoo-in.
I don't know. It's not letting me know. I would have got them, and I'd be, when you open it and it tells you, oh, don't be fooled by money, I'd be, these are fighting words.
You're right. I told it was
fighting words.
I would have looked at him like, are you threatening me? You want to fight? What kind of shit is this? And I would throw it in his face.
A Muslim, motherfucker. No.
What the fuck?
But no. Yeah, I would have to do something. Especially if I was having a bad day. Ooh. Oof. You did. The little piggy went to market. I don't know what this is about. Let's see.
We want to bring you the original now with in-depth reporting on a topic we've been watching. And tonight, it's about...
Yeah. I know. I don't understand what the hell people keep doing. But apparently some pigs from Canada.
something that may or may not be on your radar up north, a so-called super pig invasion. And honestly, it is exactly like what it sounds like. These huge, very destructive feral pigs that have been bred in Canada, running wild there for decades, and now for the first time being spotted in the United States. Jesse Kirsch has more on the risks and what officials are planning to do about it.
Flying high over a frozen Canadian prairie, Dr. Ryan Brook, a PhD, is on the hunt for so-called super pigs.
A super pig is a hybrid between a European wild boar and a domestic pig. We get the benefits of having really thick, warm fur, long legs, big, long nose, razor-sharp tusks, but also large body size and very, very high reproductive output.
Associate Professor Brook
Bro,
has been
all I
studying
see is ham,
feral
bacon, and
swine for the
sausage.
past 13 years.
To the
He's
extreme.
now sounding the alarm on a huge population of super pigs that have been running wild in the Saskatchewan wilderness for decades.
They're the worst invasive large mammal on the planet.
Associate Professor Brooks says Canadian pig farmers first bred super pigs in the 80s in an effort to increase pork production. He says when the pork market collapsed in 2001, hundreds escaped captivity.
Wild pigs occupy over 700,000 square miles. You know, that's bigger than most countries.
And that's a problem for the United States because we already have a massive feral pig problem of our own. There are at least 6 million feral pigs across 35 states, mostly in the South, according to the USDA.
And we're all covered.
They do massive crop damage. The USDA says $2.5 billion per year just in crop damage alone. A couple of years ago, there was a woman in Texas that was actually killed by a group of wild pigs.
So far, U.S. feral pigs rarely venture to the frigid North and Midwest, according to the USDA, because they've adapted over hundreds of years to the warm, humid climate of the South. North Dakota's Deputy State Veterinarian Beth Carlson says,
We receive occasional reports of...
Says what? I don't know. But, yeah. They bred the pigs and they're loose and now they're running rampant.
They don't know what to do.
And I've seen them out in the wild when I was driving for Hollyburn.
Those in particular are just pigs?
Well, wild pigs. I'm not going to say they're super pigs, but...
I've seen the javelinas.
But I've seen them like where they tear up the fields and all that. And I'm like, I know they hunt them without discretion. Like I think they're just, you see one, you can kill them, and nobody will say it. And no authorities will like, oh, you know, you have to wait till pig season or something.
Yeah,
like,
they're just free for all pretty much.
24/7, you can kill them anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
But it reminded me of this one time when I was, I think near Gillette, going to one of the frac sites, and I couldn't tell you who did it, but obviously it was a truck. Took out the whole pig family, like they were all on the side of the road.
Damn.
Like I would imagine the male and the female, and then all the little piglets that would follow them, obviously, but they were all dead. And then, you know, of course, I was going back and forth, and later through the day, you see like the buzzards or whatever come start feeding on them. I like, damn, this guy
Massacred
took out the
them.
whole family, man.
Massacre right there, dude. What a serial killer.
I like, shit, he didn't give a fuck about his truck. Take them all out.
Had to be a work truck because he would not have done that with his own personal vehicle.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who did it, but obviously it was a vehicle. Took out the whole family.
Damn.
Like, yeah. Then you'll be like, bacon, sausage,
Ham,
tomato, celery, lettuce.
eggs, tomato. The freaking song, dude. The song.
So, I don't know. You people just need to stop breeding shit and can't fucking control it.
Too much experimental stuff. It's for the greater good.
Like,
I'm
oh, people
nobody-
are going to eat pork. And then, no, people don't want to eat pork. I mean, who eats the most? China? I remember there was like a story about them being a pig shortage during one of their holidays.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, pork prices are going through the roof.
That's so weird to hear that here.
So, what have we done?
A bountifulness of pigs.
It's a phone call John Bridges will never forget.
I said, what's wrong? What's wrong? She goes, I've had an accident and I need your help.
His daughter panicked and crying before another voice gets on the line.
He goes, I'm wanting to give your daughter back to you, but I need some cash.
Bridges says he didn't end up giving money to the scammer thanks to his quick-thinking wife who called their actual daughter to confirm she wasn't being held hostage. But he got close, even grabbing cash from home and driving it to a meetup location.
When I first heard my daughter's voice, I mean, it was my daughter's voice. It convinced me that that was her.
Calls like this have the Federal Trade Commission sounding the alarm this month, warning of advancing artificial intelligence used to simulate someone's voice in imposter scams, the most commonly reported fraud in 2022, with losses jumping to $2.6 billion last year.
It's critical that people are aware this technology's out there and that it's really very good.
Voice cloning isn't a new concept, but it's becoming more accessible, accurate, and easier to use thanks to AI. Cybersecurity expert Tiago Enriquez, who says he's now seeing insurance claims for this kind of fraud, showed us just how easy it is.
We're going to try and find some audio samples of you.
He pulled videos from my social media and uploaded clips to one of a growing number of voice cloning programs.
So it's literally a matter of dragging and dropping audio clips into this program.
That's it.
Then came typing what to say, and with the click of a button,
I already tried to call the bureau. It was weird no one answered. Oh, that's pretty good.
But could I fool a colleague with it?
Hello?
Are you crazy busy? I forgot my corporate card.
Oh no.
Can I borrow yours real quick? I just need to pay for a few things. I'll get the receipts.
It wasn't perfect. There were delays, and some sentences sounded more genuine than others, but
I gotta run out and get my wallet.
it worked.
Thank you so much. Call you in a bit.
My colleague later stunned by the generated audio's accuracy.
So I pride myself on never falling for that stuff.
Experts say to make sure you don't fall for it, be skeptical whenever asked for money in any form. Don't rely on the caller ID. Those can be faked. And even if it sounds like a loved one calling, hang up and call the person yourself.
Are we going to see an increase in this sort of thing?
I believe we are. As attackers get more familiar with these technologies, what they can do with it, how to operate them, we are going to see an increase in scam attacks.
New technology requiring new lines of defense. Emily Ikeda, NBC News, New York.
So, what do you think about that one?
Well, there are a lot of scammers out there and really close to like faking other people's voices, but it kind of got me thinking, you know what? I think we should come up personally for us, like a code word or something. Or I think the best thing is if we ever hear if we ever get a call that we're calling for money. First of all, you and me are never gonna call each other for money. We never do that shit. But if that ever happened, the one idea they gave me was like he said, hang up and call right back, just to check to see if that's really the person.
Yeah,
that's actually a good idea. Like, hold on, let me call you back.
Hold on,
let me check. I'll call you back.
Hold on.
And then he's like,
bad
no
connection. I'll call you back.
Now, getting an anonymous call saying that someone kidnapped you, you know, or like pretending that I'm on the other line, and then someone saying that, well, we'll give you back for a certain amount of money. The first thing you would have to do is just call my phone to see what I'd answer.
Well, like you never answer, though. That's the problem.
I answer. Oh, first of all, you know where I'm at 24/7, so that's not even a big deal. But if I'm supposed to be at work, I mean, you should have my work number or have a number to call to verify that I'm there. And the same thing with the kids. I mean, that's something we're probably gonna have to worry about later in life too with the kids, you know, because they might get calls and knowing they're like, what's the word I'm looking for delicately?
They're not aware of online. They're like, oh, the best thing ever.
To me, I feel like my kids. Yeah, I feel like my kids are gonna be like, as soon as somebody calls, hey, I need money for this, gonna be like, oh, no problem. Like, you don't even know who it is.
Get Cash App.
Exactly, and since it's so easy to transfer money anywhere, like they'll do it just for because somebody told them to. And like, you don't even know the person.
I mean, like the candies. I was telling them during Halloween, I like don't take any candy from your friends or anybody in school because it might be a fucking drug.
And then the candy that they get from like, you know, for trick or treat from like neighbors, so we check that before they even have it.
But as far as this AI, I'm like, fucking. I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, when you find these people, just fucking hang them, make an example out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, is it worth it? Is that $5,000 you're trying to get at somebody worth it? Because if you get caught, you get the rope.
Get a rope.
Because it's New York City. What was that? What was that?
He gets his salsa from New York City. New York City. Get a rope. I remember that vividly. That was like iconic. I don't know why they stopped doing that one.
I don't know. It was like the Dos Equis, the most interesting man. I was like, why did they stop doing that? That was good stuff.
Yeah, I think he retired from that, or maybe something happened.
Well, he retired, I think, and they got some younger guy, but it didn't really take off.
Well, yeah, because it's so much coming from an old dude that's like that hot, you know? Like, you never thought that it'd be like debonair, but somebody that old, you know? It went with them.
But yeah, AI. I mean, I almost got scammed from not AT&T, but someone claiming to be from AT&T, and I was like, almost fell for it because they're like, oh, your service was interrupted. We're gonna give you a credit, and then she was asked, we're gonna send you some text with random letters and numbers, and you just repeat them back. And like the first one came in, I repeated it back, and then the second one came. I was like, why is it asking me to reset my password?
Hell no. Once it starts saying reset your password, you know you're done.
I'm like, oh, fuck you, bye.
F-U-C-K-U.
And then, of course, it was a woman. And she started calling back. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I almost fell for it once. I called AT&T. I go, my account okay? Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. It doesn't look like anything. I go, okay, because the scammer. They, oh, yeah. They do that, and they're trying to get X to your account so they can order iPhones and shit.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
As soon as they say reset password, nope.
Well, at first, like the first one I came, and lucky enough, they it's like a 3-step thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to the second step, but was like reset password. I'm like, what? Man, I look at the first one, like reset password. Like, nope.
Nope.
So lucky for me, like I said, they had a. If I would have repeated the third sequence, then they would have had access.
No, but like, nope. So good job. Good job.
Yeah. So, but you know, it happens to people. Obviously, they're not paying attention, and obviously, I was busy. So I was just like, okay, reading it off and just doing my thing, and I'm like, and then lucky enough, I focused on that. I'm like, oh shit. No, somebody's trying to access my account.
Yeah, and you're right. That would happen to people that were like busy doing something else at the time, and they're just like, you know, half looking and okay, you know.
Like, yeah, I'll take a credit. I mean, they throw a little thing out there to try to hook you, and oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna save some money.
They're like hook, line, and sinker.
Nope, you're gonna be charged money, and you have to fight, prove that it wasn't you, and blah blah blah.
But it was all you.
It was a move.
All you.
Alright. Coward. Nah, we'll save that one. It kind of pisses me off, that story. I mean, just in general, not that story. Just what
the concept of it.
What a person does. So, I saw this one. And I was like, what the hell? What's up with these companies? So the title of it is How to Change the Region on an HP Office Jet Printer in 57 Easy Steps.
What?
So apparently, if we ever moved to another country and we took our printers, they wouldn't work.
Or you can do these easy 57 steps.
Because they region lock their ink cartridges to that country.
Damn, why?
To
make money, so you gotta buy more stuff?
Make money, or I don't know why.
I mean, that'd probably be the reason why.
Like, back in the day, I guess when you have DVDs and Blu-rays, I mean, you still can get them today. Some of them are region locked. Like, you can't play. Like, if I ordered a movie from UK, I don't know what region the artist is saying. Region 2, and US is region 1. If my player only plays region 1 media, it won't play that media from the UK unless I have a device that's
from that region.
From that region, or it's not region locked. Like, it reads all regions, but some do. So this guy moved, took his printer, or bought a printer. I don't remember. I'm not going to read the whole story, but I'll just give you the general gist of it. He bought a printer, bought some ink. He ended up moving back, and he couldn't use the ink. You know, he started printing, and then it said, oh, we'll replace magenta, whatever. And he was like, oh, replace magenta. It's like, I just did. And he ended up calling HP, and they're like, "Oh, it's because you got to buy legitimate HP." And he's like, "This is legitimate. It's your brand. It just came from a different country." And they're like, "Oh, well, you got to do this and this and this and it." And it took him so long. And it's pretty funny in this article because he shows the
day by day
their hidden menu to change it. Basically, you reset the region of the printer so it can work with the ink.
After 5 months later.
Yeah. So he gets to the secret screen, and where he can put in the serial number and then say reset. So it says region successfully reset. So he can print. And I'm thinking, well, okay, badass. Now if he goes anywhere, he knows how to reset the region to work. But I was like, why would you region lock damn ink? I mean, I know they say, which I'm pretty sure it's true, is these printer companies make all their money off the ink they sell, not the printer.
I know, but they're not going to make their money if you can't buy it if you're in a different region.
No, you still buy it. It's just if you don't have the region for printer for that area, then it's not going to work.
Also, I'm saying what they need to do is if you end up one of those people where you travel a lot, like throughout the world, and you have to change like print cartridge stuff, they should have I have this, but it doesn't work with my thing. They should be able to send it back and replace it for what they need, without charging them for anything. You know what I mean? I mean, they could do that as an incentive, but to reassure that, hey, we're going to be there for you no matter what,
No, just go to a different vendor of printer.
Buy another damn printer.
Well, yeah, you can do that, but I'm just saying, just go to a printer that doesn't region lock. They don't have all these restrictions.
Or you could always go to a place where you can print, like, in public. Just send in your file and they'll print it for you.
Or go to work and print it there.
Right?
But, nah, it's like, I don't understand why they region lock stuff.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's like,
what's the purpose of it?
Netflix, right? So, say here, you want to see a movie on Netflix and it's like, oh, they don't have it. But if you change your region to a different country,
they have it.
They might have it. But you don't have access to it. And that's why they say use VPN so you can change your location.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, now have access to that. I'm like, why?
Why can't they just make everything available for every
Why
country?
isn't it just like whatever is available
for
everywhere.
Everybody?
It's everywhere. No. Why does it have to be region restricted?
I don't know. I don't know. It makes no sense.
They have the deal already in place to stream it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the company. Why does it matter where it's being streamed at?
I don't know. It makes no sense. I thought we all had access. I thought we were all equals.
All right. So, I saw this. It's probably not going to interest you at all.
You must know me so well.
Huh?
You must know me so well.
And I'm pretty sure somebody got fooled by it because I did. So, April 1st. So 3DFX re-enters the GPU market, shows off RTX 4090 killer with 30 gigabytes of VRAM and at $1,000.
You were gonna go buy it or what?
No. I was just a fan back in the day when I used to play on PC all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Was 3DFX. And then they're not around no more. But then I saw this article. I'm like, oh shit, they're coming back.
They're coming back. They're coming back.
And then I saw some guy that does tech stuff. A few days later, he talked about it. But then when I was going to bed, I was like, wait a minute.
Papa Doubles.
It's came out April 1st, I bet.
But it's a joke.
It has to be a joke. So, and yes, this is an April Fool's joke because I didn't read the whole thing. But I was like, oh man, that would have been so awesome if they came back.
You're wrong. Actually, I was interested in this article because that was pretty funny.
And for what it seems, I don't know. I'm not in the computer realm no more. I don't really with the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what a RTX 4090 is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what it's capable of in performance. But I was like, oh, $1,000. I mean, because a lot of the graphics card nowadays are like, what the hell's wrong with these people? And then, of course, with the crypto mining and these cards went up in price so much. But like I said, I was like, oh, 3DFX coming back.
You're like, yeah, yes. And you're like, no. No way.
No, what? Like I said, it didn't dawn on me. I didn't see the date, and I was like, April 1st. No. And I didn't read the whole thing. Probably read the first 2 paragraphs.
You read when you finally read that it was a joke, you're like, no, Mom, is
well,
way.
When I was going to bed, I was like, it's April 1st. It has to be April Fool's. And then right now, I'm like, oh, yes, this is April Fool's joke. So.
They were like, sorry, not sorry.
I like, damn, that would have been, I probably would have got back into computers, gaming. I don't know.
Computer gaming world, you just lost a fan.
So, all right, let's go to this jackass.
Roll it.
Roll it. It's not a video.
Oh.
It's just an article. What? They get rid of it?
Was it that bad that they had to take it offline again? Or at all?
You can't find it. Why not? Well, let's see. If I put that in you, will you find it? No? Maybe they removed it.
Nothing's ever lost in the internet, so it's always going to be there somehow lingering.
Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure someone else. Was it Taylor? Let's see, Florida.
Florida.
Man kills wife. I don't know if it was stepson. And police find boy. Yeah, alligator mouth. Why would they remove it?
I don't know how
Did
bad
I
was
just
it.
copy the wrong? I guess I copied the wrong link. So, Florida man charged in death. The boy found in Gator also stabbed child's mom over 100 times.
What?
Yeah. So, Florida man was charged in the death of his 2-year-old son after the tot's body was found in an alligator's mouth. Allegedly stabbed the boy's mother more than 100 times after she hosted a birthday party for him. So, and you read the article, and it doesn't really say if he threw the boy, killed the boy, and then tried to feed it to alligators or what, but they found the 2-year-old in an alligator horse mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd need more details in the lab report.
But I'm like, what kind of fucking coward would do that? Okay, I find you. The woman pissed you off. I get that. Maybe she deserved to be stabbed 100 times. I don't know.
But to actually do it?
But to kill the boy as well?
I know, the boy had nothing to do with it.
I mean, you couldn't kill yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Kill the woman, then yourself, and make sure the boy's with some relatives before you off yourself? What is she doing? Yeah.
She looked like she was having a baby in the elevator. She did!
So I'm like...
Real quick,
what?
too.
2-year-old.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't know why when adults kill other adults have to involve the kids.
Yeah, as I said, coward.
It's kind of like that other article that remember when that guy was trying to kill his family by driving over a cliff.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you gonna kill yourself, bro? I mean, leave your family out of it, man.
Yeah, and it was a guy in a good profession too. I'm like, what the fuck did you do? That you feel you need to kill everybody. But yeah, this asshole, killed the boy's mom and the kid. And we don't know why. I guess because the mom threw the boy a birthday party. Maybe you weren't invited. I don't know. But how do you kill a kid? And this is where I get an argument with the guys at work about religion. I'm like, oh, but this guy can do something like that and go to heaven because he asked for forgiveness.
That's the same argument I have with every time somebody tries to tell me religion.
It's It's like
seriously.
Accept Jesus in your life and ask for forgiveness. Hey, guess what? I know you killed your 2-year-old son, but come on in.
You ask for forgiveness and I shall give it to you. Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's where I like, what? And they believe it like hardcore. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Makes me want to stab you just to say, it doesn't matter because I get to go to heaven.
Right?
Ask for forgiveness.
I'm like, if you're going to do that, I mean, I might as well, I mean, I'm going to go where you're going anyway, so.
I don't need your stupidity here because you're stupid. I just got to get rid of you.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I believe in the consequences, if I did something like that.
Yeah, of course.
Not the consequences of
the afterlife.
The afterlife, yeah. The consequences of, did you kill this man in cold blood? Like, no. He asked me to prove a point.
He was asking for
I was going to go to heaven if I asked for forgiveness after I killed him. So. All right. School doesn't teach common sense.
Preach.
Preach.
Preach, my brother. Preach.
A principal in Florida has resigned after writing a $100,000 check of the school's money to a scammer pretending to be Elon Musk.
Oh my God. First of all, don't get me started with Elon Musk. Why the hell would you give him money if he has money?
Because he promised to return their money tenfold in Bitcoin if they give.
Bullshit. I'm sorry, but if someone's going to give you money for free, you shouldn't have to give any of your money to begin with. That's how you know it's a scam.
So, a Florida principal resigned after sending $100,000 of school money to someone posing as Elon Musk. Jan McGee said she believed Musk would invest millions in her school if she sent $100,000 up front. She talked with the scammer for at least 4 months despite being warned by school staff. Per Wish, whatever Wish is.
Oh my God. Huh? A principal. Not even a teacher, because I would be talking shit if it was a teacher, but a principal is even worse. Oh my God.
This is why most school districts have a process where you request funds. As a principal, I could not just write a blank check for anything, let alone 100,000.
Red flags.
I have 2 master's degrees, but I've learned some other things in my 72 years. One of them is don't ever mistake education for smarts or common sense.
Yup.
And you know why she's a principal, right?
Why? Because you couldn't hack it as a teacher?
No.
No, why?
Because she's qualified.
Oh.
You don't put people in positions like that if they're not qualified. Only qualified people are in the positions they are because they are qualified.
Yeah, but people can get qualified in ways.
Like President Biden, he's qualified to be the president.
Because of his age.
Not because of his age, because people want the facts, not the truth.
Okay.
You don't believe that?
I'm trying to figure out if the facts or the truth is the same. Like, how would a fact be false? I mean, it wouldn't be a fact if it was false. But I could be wrong. That's how you spell Biden.
I don't care.
Just letting you know.
It'll figure it out.
It's smart.
We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
That's right.
Oh my God.
That's right. That's right. We choose truth over facts.
What the fuck is the difference? Like, seriously. I mean, am I being stupid or is there
I'm just trying to make a point.
Thank
People in the positions they are is because they deserve to be there, the most qualified.
Okay. Totally right, dude. I'm like, oh my God.
What?
That is too funny.
Oh, I did have it. I didn't find it.
Oh, the Bud Light one?
Yeah. I knew I had it. See, Bud Light partners with trans activist Dylan. This isn't a parody.
They had to put that in the beginning. This isn't a parody. Like, for real. This is the real truth. These are facts.
So. Yep. That.
I like the can, though. I like the rainbow part of the can.
Oh, my God. But anyways.
I would have been cool with the rainbows, but with the actual person on there, maybe not. I mean, that would have sold big at the gay clubs.
So we'll finish it up with this.
Okay.
Live action. Okay, come on. You'll be ready, director. Skip that. All right, thank you. Live action Moana in the works from Dwayne Johnson, Disney. I thought they had a argument. They weren't liking each other, but I don't know.
Who and who? Disney and Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, news to me.
But Johnson announced the project during Disney shareholders meeting. Disney is setting sail with Moana once again, this time a vibrant live action. The studio has teamed with Dwayne Johnson to develop a live action remake of a 2016 animated musical sensation. Johnson plans to return to the role as Maui. I'm like, why? Why?
Why what?
Why is he going to be Maui?
Because he's the one who did the voice of in the movie.
So?
Why wouldn't he?
Because he needs to be Samuel Jackson. And she needs to be some Asian woman.
Oh, I get it. Because they're always changing the original.
You know, Mermaid's going to be black and Snow White's going to be Mexican or something. I don't know.
Is she?
Some princess. I don't know. Cinderella? I don't know. I think, you know, it's only fair she's Asian and, you know, Maui's some black guy.
True.
Should be Common. Yeah.
You and that Common.
Should be Common. There you go.
Dude, if you can name one song from Common, I'll give you credit, but I don't think you could. Do it. Come on. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I don't know.
That's what I thought.
I just said that he's common. Should be a common ginger.
Common ginger. Okay. Cool with that.
So, apparently they're going to make a live action and he's going to be Maui. He's not going to be chunky like him, though, but I wonder if he's going to have a suit to look like that.
You don't think he's going to have all those tats?
That's what I'm saying. Would he have a suit with all those tattoos to be chunky like him, or is he going to be himself?
I bet you they're not even. That's the only thing. That's what they're going to make different. They're going to make him more fit, even though he's that big. That's going to be the change. Instead of a racial change, it's going to be the body change.
Body change?
Yeah.
Or it should be a racial change too.
In this case, I don't think.
No. You know, she shouldn't be. She should be a white woman.
It probably will be. That's probably going to be your change right there. I think because he's so close to this character that he wanted to be part of it so bad that he wanted to play that person. Because in his mind, I think he'd be representing his grandfather because originally the character was based on his grandfather.
How you spell his name?
Maui.
That's how you spell it?
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
There was a video, so I don't remember.
I know, but we're looking at a map of Hawaii.
Worker.
Work.
Store. Sounds like Maui. There you go. It's Costco.
Does he sound like him or he looks like him?
When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say?
Yeah. There we go.
Is he gonna sing the whole song?
Only if you guys gonna do it too.
Look at him.
You gotta go by Maui.
Rella Rivera and her daughters Riley and
Oh
Riley.
my God. Just want to hear him. Jesus Christ.
Only if you guys gonna do it too. Okay, come on this side.
You gotta go by Maui. Just don't break your other wrist, please. Thank you.
Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3.
Why don't they get that guy? Why does Dwayne The Rock Johnson have to make that money? He could make it. He works at Costco, God damn it.
Because it'd be too real.
It sounds just like him.
Just that part?
Kind of looks like him.
Kind of. I'm trying to say all Hawaiian people look alike.
No, I'm just saying. He's about his size, his color.
You'd probably be more close to him than Dwayne, of course.
Put those fake tats on him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he will. Maybe he have a change of heart and see this article and then say, you know what? He'd be more close than he
can
would.
make that sound. Chamui.
Chamui. That's not even how it goes.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Is that a Mexican candy?
Chamoy.
Chamoy. There you go. Chamoy.
Jeez Louise. Get your chamoy on the spoon.
Anyways, change the race, people. Disney, come on. The Rock shouldn't be him. Should be common. Whatever her name is, Moana, she should be a white woman. I'm thinking the only, what was that, chicken?
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey?
Hey, hey.
Yeah, change that one to like a duck or something.
Daffy Duck or something.
Anyways.
Chamoy.
Wait, you don't know chamoy?
I do. I'm surprised you don't.
Well, that's what I heard him say. Chamoy.
He did not.
He works at Costco. Why not?
Chamoy.
It probably get copyrighted because I saw a little. I saw a thing on it. Apparently, I guess they bought the rights. But I saw that back in the day. But anyways, until next time, I'm Jay.
I'm Roxanne.
Bye.
Bye.